Hey guys, to commemorate us getting through all of our hot school candidates, we're going to be giving away a $20 Blizzard gift card. In the event that you want to try to win this, go ahead and follow the link in the description below, and good luck. And we'll see you guys all. Good morning, class, and welcome back to Hot School. In today's lesson, we will be covering Valeera. Valeera is a stealth rogue. Then she excels in just ambushing characters, dealing a ton of damage, and getting out of dodge. That's really what she is primarily used for. She can really kind of take a target, especially a squishy, down pretty much from full health to nothing before her allies even realize what happened. So with that being said, let's get into this game and let's see what we can actually do with her here today.
Here we go.
Alrighty, so we find ourselves in Volskaya Foundry. On the friendly team, we've got Valeera, Vala, Asmodan, Medivh, and Zagara versus Zul, Chromie, Abathur, Kael'thas, and Jaina. So we've definitely got some good targets that we can go ahead and blow up, potentially. I mean, 3 of those targets on that team we can probably kill extremely fast as long as we don't get killed first. And that's the big thing that we got to watch out for, because we don't have a lot of health, so it's kind of a kill or be killed type of thing. Well, we'll try to do our best here. At level 1, I am going to take Subtlety. So after teleporting with Ambush, Cheap Shot, or Garrote, regenerate 8 energy per second for 5 seconds. Now what this is going to do...
Should be fun.
What this is going to do is allow us to gain more energy so we can get off more skills. So Valeera actually has 2 sets of skills. So she has her not in stealth skills, and then she has stealth skills. So while not in stealth, our Q ability is called Sinister Strike, which grants us a combo point, which if you've played World of Warcraft, combo points are how rogues do a ton of damage. And what it is you just kind of collect these combo points by utilizing skills, and then you can go ahead and kind of expend them. Think of them as a resource that you can then expend. So our W ability is called Blade Fury. This also gives us a combo point, and it does kind of damage around us. And that little circle that's around us, that's the circle of damage there. And that's not too much else that we can really do here. We're just gonna do a little bit of damage there. And kind of teleport out of that. Where Valeera excels is jumping in from the shadows. So if we can target heroes and get them before they even know what's kind of going on, he just used that ability. So we're going to go in here and we're going to do some damage to him there. And we're going to use our Q to move around, go back into stealth. So as far as our stealth abilities go, our Q is Ambush. This teleports us behind the target, dealing a considerable amount of damage and reducing their armor by 10 for 5 seconds. Our W ability is called Cheap Shot. So this stuns an enemy and deals some damage. So it's kind of another way for us to do a little bit more damage to a target after they're stunned, and it's also really good for having allies kind of follow up with. We're gonna go ahead and clear out this wave here, and then we're gonna kind of move on down here. Oh, Jaina's there, huh? And I know I should roam. And we're gonna go ahead and take out Jaina. Went ahead with that with Cheap Shot there because we wanted to go ahead and have that Medivh come over and finish her off. Wish she would have been dead, kind of whichever though. At level, you know what?
Not enough energy.
We're gonna go back out here. I don't care about all your cooldowns. And so, if people see you coming, they can obviously hit you out of stealth, but one of the things you want to do with Valeera is save your stealth until you're right next to him. So you kind of just come up to him normally, and then pop stealth right before you're about to engage.
Don't have enough energy.
Go ahead and take those out there. So as far as our other non-stealth abilities, I know we're kind of popping back and forth, but I'm doing them as I see them here. So Eviscerate, it does more damage based on the amount of combo points that we currently have. So it's our finishing move. I don't want to fight. Okay, so if you put that down there, we're gonna go ahead and do that little bit of damage at Jaina. Oh god. As it wasn't anything else that I could do there. Went and tried to jump on that Jaina. It's okay though. So our other stealth abilities, so we had Ambush and Cheap Shot, and the last one is Garrote. And so Garrote does is it silences an enemy and does damage over time. So it would be really good against like mages and so forth if you can go ahead and follow up that damage. Looks like Zagara was able to finish out that kill on that Jaina there. We're going to come in here at level 7. We're going to take Fatal Finesse. So hitting more enemies with our Blade Fury skill is going to give us more damage with it.
Assist our ally. Bindo on the bell. Don't have enough energy.
Didn't have enough energy to finish off that
Not enough
that
energy.
Chromie there. But we scared the crap out of him.
Now you're thinking like a rogue.
Now we're just gonna come over here and go stealth and get those. Looks like Medivh tried to make that happen and died on the other side of the wall.
Fine by me.
I'm just gonna help out Asmo, help him get stacks right there as I make my way to the sippy cup so I can go ahead and get refilled up here. And looks like we got the Triglov.
Assign a pilot and a gunner so you can test its weaponry.
To the unformed land with you.
I must retreat.
Scaring everybody while being in
So you can unleash
stealth here. Not really planning on doing much here.
Endoral immunity.
And we'll get out of there. Hopefully they should be able to get that kill. There it is. We were just really trying to do just a little bit of extra damage there. Now Chromie did go to take us out of stealth, which is, you know, really the way that she should have gone. So there's not too much that we can do after we've been out of taken out of stealth. And so that's the big thing with Valeera that you want to focus on while you're playing is you want to be able to engage from stealth because that's where all of your big skills come from. That's where you can have your silence, you can have your stun, you can have your lots of damage. So it just kind of depends on how you're wanting to play her. So we're gonna come down here and just kind of get this XP. I'm just gonna go ahead and pop her with that.
All right.
And we're gonna go ahead and grab these. At level 10, we're gonna take Cloak of Shadows, and what this does is it is going to make us essentially immovable for a short period of time. Oh man, I want that Chromie. That's a little late.
All right.
And also it gives us a 75% damage shield from spells for 1.5 seconds. So we become unstoppable for 1.5 seconds, and we gain 75 spell armor. So this is going to be huge against Chromie, who's probably going to go Temporal Loop, and Kael'thas, who I imagine is going to go Pyroblast. Let's see what they chose. They chose Pyroblast and Temporal Loop. So this will allow us to not have those things happen to us. And if Pyroblast hits us, it's only going to hit us for 25% of that damage. So he would be, it would not be a good use of his ult to utilize it on us.
Not enough energy.
As you can see, we can do a ton of damage super quick.
I carved my own path.
So if a mage comes at us and lets us get in a little bit of combo there, we can go ahead and I like to use Cheap Shot more than Ambush, although honestly against this team, you should probably go Ambush. Oh, that's a dead Kael'thas when he gets back out. We just saved our Vala. We'll go ahead and become unstoppable here.
Time for you to die.
Oh,
I
come
told you
on.
to watch your back.
Oh.
The spirits say it is
We saved our Vala because we jumped on the Chromie while she was using her Temporal Loop. saved her. Now, I don't know. I guess the Medivh with his leyline seal stopped us from being able to take Chromie out because we were about to do that much damage. And yes, a portal would have been really nice about there. But it is what it is, and we did use our Cloak of Shadows. As a lot was happening there, so I didn't really say it. But as Jaina's Ring of Frost hit, so we could become mobile again. So we were able to move after being hit with that Ring of Frost. So we kind of negated our death from there, and obviously we kind of took it a little bit later. But let's go up and see if we can help. They might be on this camp, maybe. Oh, they're gonna, no. Oh, okay, they're already up here for the objective. We're gonna take Strangle, and so what this is going to do is going to make our Garrote reduce the damage, spell damage from that character for 6 seconds by 40%. I've been hit with the time trap. We'll go ahead and become stealth again. And we're gonna go ahead and just not move. And become unstoppable here. Oh my god.
Take your revenge.
Please. Anybody hit him. Yeah. Best portals in the game. Alright, you just have to hit W. Hey, you did it. I messed up because I accidentally used Cheap Shot. I meant to use Garrote in that situation, but I messed up which one I was going to use. Medivh gets himself killed. Medivh is a hard character to understand initially, but once you play him for a little bit, he's a fun character to play. He can do some nasty things. I would have loved to have gone and tagged that Jaina as she was leaving, but didn't really get that opportunity.
Take this hero down. Not enough energy.
And deal a little bit of damage and get in there with the Sinister Strike so we can stick to it. Another Sinister Strike. We'll use Eviscerate because we had 2 combo points. So, and we're gonna wait for our energy to regen here. Go ahead and do that damage. Make ourselves. Oh. And we got away. Using our Q. Used Cloak of Shadows. Had Asmo dunked on that Chromie, she would have died. But bye kept her alive. We're gonna go ahead and bail out of there so we can get back our health.
My blades are ready. The shadows part. We should capture this mercenary camp.
Just gotta wait. Deal a little bit of damage there. Finish off that camp. We're not really the best at camps, but we can definitely do some single target damage. Vala, be careful.
Choose a talent.
Level 16, we are going to take. You know what? Let's take. I'm gonna take Seal Fate. So this is gonna make our Sinister Strikes deal 50% more damage and regenerate another combo point. So we'll get 2 when used on Silenced, Rooted, and so forth. So we need vision from this Medivh here. I'm just gonna go ahead and plop down and stop moving so we can go ahead and be completely invisible. Hopefully somebody will come in our general vicinity here. Oh, we got a fight starting up here.
All right. Not enough energy.
and take him out. Do a little bit of damage to that chromie.
Kiss your killing spree goodbye.
Oh, I tried to go through it. That's fine.
Dora.
Okay. Now I'll come back up here.
We should capture this mercenary camp.
I want to take out this
I am the blade
beast
in the
here.
dark. Don't have enough energy.
Finish it off.
Swift and silent.
I want to take that out because that just gets more powerful if you if it's allowed to live and get minion kills for a long period of time. So
Fine by me.
definitely don't want that thing that monstrosity getting super beefed up. What is Asmo?
Die.
Holy God, they're going deep.
Destroy this fort.
The shadows part.
Ah,
Routed to the terminal. Control it, and you can pilot the protector.
almost had her, but she tagged us right before the end there.
We should capture
I thought if we were able to get our combo off on her, we would have been able to teleport to her. We would have had her, but she did see us from because the fort is going to give her vision, so we weren't able to get up close enough as she was, obviously able to see us by that point. Let's come over here and get this regen globe so we can kind of top off our health as much as we can before we kind of come down here and engage in this.
I am the blade in the dark.
You know what? Do I go into full stealth this way? Oh, well, I do, but not that.
All right.
Get away from me. Get away from me. Alright, we are low on health. Alright, we're gonna kind of...
That gives me an idea.
go ahead and take out that Kael'thas before he's able to do anything to us. And we popped our Cloak of Shadows so we wouldn't take that damage.
I need to pull back.
We'll hold this.
Killing spree.
For a second here. Asmo, be careful, dude. Chromie's right there. Luckily they're not going to... Not scouting, so we're gonna be able to get this Triglav.
Choose a talent.
The protector
We'll drive
is
it here.
ours, and with it, our future is assured.
Go ahead and take out this wave. Level 20, we are going to take... we're going to take Enveloping Shadows. So whenever we use our Cloak of Shadows, it also grants stealth. We're going to stay back. They're putting down time traps right there. That's fine.
A good woman. A good kill. Too far.
Go ahead and take out that Kael'thas. Go ahead and give a heal or a shield there. We're gonna take out this Jaina.
To the unformed land with you.
Protector dominated. I must say, our engineers have made good
I don't think so.
Oh God! Woo! All right,
Spree goodbye.
we live.
Keep at it.
I can't really push core. I have no health.
Destroy the enemy's core.
I literally had like 200 health there,
Carve
so.
my own path.
But we got some kills there. Finish them off. They should be able to. I mean, they can do some serious damage in the core between Zag and Vala. But we gotta watch out for that monstrosity though. Those monstrosities hurt. They took out the monstrosity, so that's good. We're coming back.
We should capture this mercenary.
All right,
camp.
I'll start this camp. That's fine. That was a solid push for us though.
Assist all right. My blades are ready.
Good idea.
Getting that chromie kill always. Getting a chromie kill when they have bye-bye always feels good. So us being able to land that stun on her and then her not being able to get bye-bye off was huge.
I'll stop them. Assist all I carve my own path.
And we just hurried up and went invis there so I could get this here. I'm gonna go ahead and ping that I need help here.
Perfect execution. That gives me an
And I'll take the biotic emitter for emitting biotics.
Take this hero down.
And we're gonna go ahead and go into the deep shadows. Oh man. Go ahead and get those kills. We used our Cloak of Shadows so we didn't take that damage. Alright, to go ahead and pop this down for give us a heal here.
Mayhem.
I just want to healed up, so we'll definitely take that heal, and then we're gonna come down here and help out with this camp. Okay, well, we can probably push a little bit here. We want to push it. Yeah, we can take out this keep.
An access terminal will be online in a moment.
Oh. Well,
Take this hero. Shadows invalid.
can kill that. Damn it. At least, whoop. Nope, you're not hitting me with your bullshit. Not today. Alright, well, so one thing to note right there is like, so when you're in stealth, you can't hit buildings. I mean, you can't be stealth from a building. I guess you can't really ambush a building.
My blades are ready.
What? Leave me alone. So we used our Cloak of Shadows right there, so Chromie's ult does not move us back. Just kind of pushed him back a little bit there. Yeah, that was a pretty decent match. I mean, we could have played a little bit better. We did all right. So that is Valeera. Let's go ahead and talk about some talents that we took. I know this is kind of a hodgepodge of talents here. I don't play Valeera very often, and I should have focused more on garroting, especially against this mage team, or even ambushing, because you can take the ambush build. But we'll talk about that here in a second. But the build that we took, so at level 1 we took subtlety, and this basically, so when we used our skills, which I didn't mention, teleports you for a little short distance there. It allows us to regen 8 energy per second for 5 seconds, allowing us to use more skills. At level 4 we took initiative, so when we came out of stealth and used ambush, cheap shot, or garrote, we were awarded 2 combo points as opposed to 1, so that allows us to have a stronger eviscerate. At level 7, we took total finesse, so every time that we hit a hero with our Blade Fury, it increased the damage, and then once we hit 20 heroes with it, it reduced the energy cost by 20. At level 10, we took Cloak of Shadows, and the reason for that was for the 75% damage reduction to those casters, plus being able to become unstoppable. So those times when Zool would use his root, and Kael'thas used his gravity lapse, and Chromie used her ult, and we just didn't go anywhere. So it really is a hard counter to those abilities. Level 13, we took Strangle, and this was, so when we did use Garrote on a hero, it reduced their spell power for 40% for 6 seconds. Didn't use that one as much as we could have, because I'm so used to doing it like more of a cheap shot opening, because I love that stun, because it interrupts them and it keeps them right next to me, so I can follow up with that Sinister Strike, and then the Blade Fury and the Eviscerate all like in a matter of seconds. Or a matter of like a second. Level 16, we took Seal Fate so that our Sinister Strike dealt 50% additional damage, and it regenerated an additional combo point when used against silenced, rooted, or stunned enemy heroes, allowing us to do a lot of damage and follow it up with a big Eviscerate. And then at level 20, we took Enveloping Shadows so that whenever we used Vanish, we also gained Cloak of Shadows. And I said that backwards while we were in the match, but it's whenever you use your talent, which is Stealth or Vanish, that you gain Cloak of Shadows, not that when you use Cloak of Shadows, you gain Vanish, because it already does that. Or no, it doesn't already do that, but it's the other way around. So other talents that we could have taken. So at level 1, you can take Vigor, which would allow you to have more max energy. So instead of having 100 energy, you can have up to 120 energy. So that's a really solid one. It's actually in a lot of ways kind of better than Subtlety, because you get that more energy, plus you gain 2.5 energy per second. So once you complete that quest, during those 5 seconds, you gain 2.5 energy. So you're looking at what, a total of another 15 energy, and then that is or maybe 12.5. So it actually, Subtlety works out a little bit better in that case, just kind of doing the math, but you gain it after the fact. So if you're going into another fight and not during that, just that 5-second period. So there's that. Combat readiness allows you to gain physical armor. So if you're going against like a Vala or another target like that you're going to be jumping on, it's a good play to take to kind of reduce that physical attack damage. Crippling poison, and so what this will do is allow you to slow enemy targets by 20% for 4 seconds, which is pretty cool. We ended up not taking that because I wanted that energy regeneration so I could get off another hit, because I wasn't worried about them running away. I was worried about them not dying quick enough. So at level 4, the other talents you could take Relentless Strikes. It just lowers your cost of your Sinister Strike, so your Q ability. You take Hemorrhage, so your basic attacks deal 30% additional damage to enemies affected by Garrote. We took Initiative. You can also take Wound Poison. So what this does is makes your next damaging ability and subsequent abilities within 4 seconds reduce enemy healing received. So it's really good. Obviously, if they've got a healer on their team, a solid way to help counter that. At level 7, you could also take Mutilate, and this has your Sinister Strike do an additional 125% damage, so huge damage increase, but its range is reduced by 1. I do take this one from time to time. I do like Mutilate, because especially after your opening combo, that first Sinister Strike is going to hit like a truck, but I also like having the Q to actually be a little bit more mobile, not even used offensively, but like we used it to avoid the Jaina Ring of Frost and other talents that she was using. So there, you kind of play with that. The takeaway there, obviously. The other talent that you could take is Slice and Dice, and this is going to, once you use Eviscerate on a target, you gain an additional, grants you 150% attack speed, lasts for 3 seconds or 3 basic attacks, and then basic attacks restore energy as well. I don't tend to like this one. I like both of the other ones kind of more because they make my main skills hit harder, and I'm not having to stick to somebody and just get off those basic attacks. The other talent we could have taken at level 10 would have been Smoke Bomb. And what this does is it automatically makes Valeera stealth, and in this circle area, and she's unrevealable, so even if you do hit something while in there, she is fine. She can walk through targets. She gains 30 armor, and she can continue to use attack and abilities without being revealed for 5 seconds. So that's a pretty strong ability. I tend to like Cloak of Shadows more, just because if I know big damage or stuns or something's coming in, becoming unstoppable and just being able to walk on out is good enough for me. But Smoke Bomb does have its place too. They're both good. It just depends on kind of personal preference how you want to utilize them. 13. So you can take Death from Above. So when teleporting with Ambush, it can reduce the cooldown of Vanish by 4 seconds. So you can get back into stealth and do that again. Now, we took Strangle, but say you're going against like a Butcher or Vala or something with a basic attack. One thing that Cheap Shot does is it also blinds the target. So you can take Blind, and it increases the duration of the blind by 2.5 seconds. So if you jump onto a Butcher, that's a long time for a Butcher to be blinded, and you can actually potentially survive, being up next to him, which also just mentioning with the Butcher, Cloak of Shadows is great against Land of the Slaughter and his charge. So just something to be aware of. Level 16, Assassinate is a huge damage increase if you're going for an ambush build. Deals 50% additional damage and reduces the target's armor by an additional 10 if no other enemy heroes are within 4 range of the victim. So a lot of times this is your ability to just kind of go around the map, roam, and just snag people and just do a crap ton of damage really fast. You could also take Thistle Tea, which gives you 100 energy back, so it allows you to do more skills, therefore allowing you to do more damage. Level 20, as far as other options that you could take, if you did take Smoke Bomb at level 10, you could take Adrenaline Rush, so while in the Smoke Bomb, you generate an additional 40 energy per second, which is huge because that's a crap ton of abilities that you can use essentially. You can take Rupture, which increases your Garrote damage over time by 100%, and your basic attacks refresh the duration of Garrote. So if you were going like versus that team that we just went against and we used Rupture, you stick to your targets, hit them with your basic attacks, and they're silenced forever. And it's going to increase the amount of damage that it's doing as well. So you can definitely see where that would cause some serious damage to your targets. And then you can also take Elusiveness, which increases your movement speed while vanished by an additional 20%, allowing you to get closer and get those combos in if you're having trouble sneaking up on your targets. But that is Valeera. Next we have Vala. And that'll do it for this little portion of the heroes here. And then we have just 8 more. Jeez. So with that being said, guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we will see you guys all next time. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more gaming content. It really helps me out. It doesn't cost me anything. Thank you again. Have a great day.